Daddy's got to work. Have fun. Have fun. Yeah. All right. Alrighty, team. Welcome to handstand practice. So, I've written down some notes. Basically, from all my years of trying to do handstands, there are 4 things that you need. 4 things. One is you need very strong hands, weirdly enough.
Harry.
I'll place it in. Okay, you need very strong hands. You need very strong straight arm support. So you need to be very good at protracting and retracting the shoulder. Yeah. So being able to push the shoulder forward and push the shoulder up. Okay. You want to be very good upside down, obviously in a handstand, but easy way to do that is with headstands. And you just need to practice your handstands all the time. Okay. So we're going to look at all 4 of those things. Not going to be a ton of work. One of them's only 5 minutes, one of them's 6 minutes, another one's 5 minutes. The wrist one's probably going to take up the most amount of work. Now, when we do wrist stuff, it's a really good idea to have something slightly softer than just the straight ground. Carpet works well. This is just some 5mm neoprene, and I've just folded it in half. You can get it from Clark Rubber. You don't need to get this much. If you wanted something, this is actually very good to practice the wrist work on. It's not good to do handstands on soft ground there. So you want to do handstands on hard ground, but practice your wrist stuff on soft ground because that makes life easier. Cool. So if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. My screen's over here. All right. Unable to connect chat. Never mind. Just message me. Or you can message me after the fact if you're not doing this live. So, always a good idea. Start off with wrist circles. 10 one way, 10 the other way. Cool. And we'll just do a little bit of stretching. So just stretch forward. Go. 10 reps. And stretch back for 10. And then go on the back of the hands for 10. And then you turn your hands inside. And then wrist circles again. Alright, so obviously there's flexibility element to handstands as well, but I'm a big proponent of strength equals flexibility. That being said, though, it is useful to have a bit of a stretch. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a set of wrist exercises followed by a 30-second stretch, and then we're going to do that for 4 or 5 sets, 4 sets per exercise, which means we get 2 minutes of stretching per thing. So the 2 stretches we're going to do is plank. So I'm just going to stand, fully lock the legs out, and I'm just going to hang out. Cool. Down here you can see I'm not very good in a pike, but that's okay, I'll get there. And then the other one is a straddle. So again, about 1 meter. Okay, don't have to go crazy wide, but I'm going to lock the legs out, and it's going to hang out. Yeah. So here. Okay, and you can use that 30-second break as our rest in between our wrist exercises. So first exercise we're going to do is a wrist walk. So on the ground, much side on. This is a kneeling version. So drive your hips down. You're going to come up on the first knuckles, up on the first knuckles, and then down, and then down. Okay, so you can do this either kneeling or on your toes. We're going to go 5, so it's 1, 2, like that, and then we'll do a 30-second rest. Now I'll back clock, just so I know what's up. I've got this doubled up, but I'm going to undouble it because it's too thick. Got a nice handstand mat. Yeah, I can use. I'll get Tony to overlock it for me so it's nice and neat. We'll just go 4 times. I'll see if I can do the whole thing in under 30 minutes. We're starting off 5 wrist walks on either the knees or on your toes. Toes is better. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Then we'll do a 30-second stretch. I keep my shoes off. Brilliant. You don't want to wait around too long. So, straight back in, next set. And then pack. Starting this time. There you go. Relax. Step 3 from 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pack again. Go to the clock. Excellent. And one more set. Last one for the wrist walk. And we'll go to the next exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then final plank. 50. And then relax. Cool. So after that one, we're going to go into straddles as our stretches, but our wrist work is actually, we're going to work on the back of the wrists. Now, be very gentle with this. can't go on your toes, use your knees, bend your hips as much as you need to. Okay, but essentially we're going to start in like a knuckles position, and then I'm going to flatten my hand out. Show it this way. Flatten my hand out the back of the hand, flatten my hand out, and then you create a fist, and that would be 1 rep. Again, keep it very light. So here's a good place to start. Then you go here, okay, and then once you're struggling there, or good there, you can go in the back of the hand. Now, you know, I've conditioned this for a while, so I'll go on my toes, but yeah, 5 reps, so that's 1, and then other side is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 30-second straddle. Play around with your distances. Set 1. Set 2. I might go on a diagonal so you can see what's up. And you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, very light on the wrist. This is hard work, even for me, and I've conditioned this. Relax. Set 2. Sorry, set 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quick for jiu-jitsu, if you always get wrist locked, you can stave off those submissions a bit. But always tap early. Tap often, tap early. But if you are training, you do have to work towards difficult. So there's a line somewhere, obviously. Excellent. Last set. And relax. Cool. Next one you might find you'll be quite strong at. It is on the knuckles, and we're going to move backwards and forwards. So it'll be a quick demo. So we go here. I'm going to tilt both knuckles forward, and then both knuckles backwards with a slight arm bend. And the goal is just to keep the hands in a nice tight fist. If you've got sweaty hands, like I do right now, just dry them up. Otherwise, can't keep tight fist. And then we're going to go plank stretches between. So we're just going to go back to our first one. But very simple. forward, back. Cool. Just like so. And then pump stretch. 30 seconds. This is definitely a good one to have something a bit softer on the ground. And then next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you find, people that work with the barbell are usually pretty good with that one. People that don't work with barbells, not so much. Simply because we put that position in that wrist in that position all the time. Cool. One more set. Or 2 more sets. I don't know. I think it's 2 more sets. We'll do 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Last one. Hike. And relax. All right, now final rest exercise, and I believe this one gives you the biggest bang for your buck. Is we're going to do fingertip push-ups. So I'm not strong enough to do 2 hands at once. Cool. But I am strong enough to do 1 hand at once. But the thing is, you can auto-regulate this. So essentially, we're only using the middle 3 fingers, and I'm going to push. I'm going to push up on 1 hand, okay, and it's the how hard you can resist the down. Okay, that's where all the gains are going to be made. So this will be twice as many, so 10, but it's only 10 total, so 5 per side. Essentially, I'm going to go from here. Okay, push my shoulders as much as I can. I'm going to push up. Cool. Now, obviously, I can just do this with nothing, right? But obviously, you can regulate yourself. I'm going to push up, and then I'm going to push back down, and then push up, and then push back down. Now, just make sure when you do this, you keep your fingers this way, concaved. Don't let them like fully go back that way. Keep them slightly bent, because when you do handstands, you should always have a slight. I'll show you here. Show you a slight like that. When you do this movement, you don't want to be like this with your hands. Okay. So 10 reps, straddle between 30 seconds. So here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Set 1. 1, 2, 3. 7, 8, 9, 10. Out of all the exercises we're doing, I reckon this one is the best one in terms of building your handstand ability. You got to remember though, if you overbuild one side, you start to get elbow and wrist problems, so you have to make sure that you stay balanced while you do all the other ones. As annoying as that is. Nice. Okay, set 2 down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Set 3 down. 1 to go. Yeah. Awesome. So that's how wrist work. It does take a little while to get done, but it's worth it. That's one of the things that's helped me take my handstand from just kicking up and falling down to kicking up and be able to literally balance my handstand using my hands. Now, there are some other aspects of the handstand that we want to maintain. We are 25 minutes. Maybe we'll just do one of these. Maybe we'll do 2 of these. We'll do 2 of these. So one of the other aspects is the ability to hold your arm full, okay, or up in this regard. Because when you do a handstand, your arms should be as high as possible. Okay, there shouldn't be, I got a hole in my t-shirt. There shouldn't be any like sag in the shoulder. Should be always up as much as possible. So a simple way to train that is through front support holds. We can pike or not pike as much as we need to, but we're just going to do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off for 3 sets of a front support hold, and then we'll have a little play with our handstand conditioning, because you want to get good at handstands, you got to get upside down. So, again, I'll set up a little clock. It's about, so 3 rounds, 30. Well, maybe we'll do the 6 rounds. Now let's do the 6 rounds. Okay, so we're going to do 3 rounds in front support. So I'm going to be holding this way, bit grounding there, making sure that I'm always pushing as far away as possible on the ground. And then I'm going to do 3 rounds in a pike. So I can either elevate my feet or I can just shoot my hips up in the air. Both will work fine. But 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. For that, this is super important for building your handstand position. Okay, so ready? 2, 1, and then protract. So you can see my upper back, I'm not like sagging, always pushing as high as possible, hanging out in my hollow shape. Literally just 30 seconds. It should be like a really hard wall sit tension, really pushing through the ground. Don't let your shoulders sag at all. Or every breath, just reset, keep pushing higher and higher and higher. Excellent, 30 seconds rest. Sometimes you might feel a little bit of a stretch through the back, underneath the pecs. Should be like pushing forward really hard. If you know your muscle groups, your serratus is pulling your shoulder blades around the body as hard as possible. If we can do that, it's a good day in the office. 3 sets of this, just really getting that tension up. Ready, second set. And go. Push forward, push forward. Shoulder blades around the body. Keep your hips low. Don't let your hips plow up. If you squeeze your glutes really hard. If you find this too easy, you're not pushing hard enough. Just push harder. Using your own tension to generate power. Whew. It's hard work. Third set, last one, then we'll go into a pike. Ready, set, go. With every breath, as you exhale, push up more. Awesome. Okay, now we're going to go exactly the same thing, but with a pike. So all we're going to do, we're going to start in front support, which is what we just did. I'm going to push my shoulders forward, and then I'm going to push my hips up as high as they'll go while keeping my shoulders forward. So your ears should disappear between your shoulders, essentially. So I'm going to push, and then we're going to elevate. Ready? So make sure you get the front support first. So ready? 30 seconds. Protract, and then raise the hips and keep pushing up. Keep pushing up as far as you can. Make your ears disappear. You can walk your feet in a little bit if you want. If you're more flexible, if you're really flexible, you can crank it in. The back should be shaking the whole time. If you're not shaking, you're not pushing hard. This neoprene mats. Good stuff. I need to make like gym mats, but like double sized. That'd be perfect. All right, second set. Ready? And again, so front support, protract,
elevate the hips, shoulders into ears, bring your feet in if you're more flexible. Okay, but make the shoulders should never sag, okay? Pushing up the whole time. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Remember, every breath, exhale, go higher. One more set. Last one, really try and get in there. And then after this, I'm just going to practice some handstands. Ready? Protract, get the nice and high, and then hips, shoulders, rise up. Ears disappear, move the feet to where you need to. Maybe you can creep in a little bit. That'd be cool. Maybe you can rock forward, right up on the toes. There we go. Cool. So that's some excellent conditioning. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're just going to do a little EMOM of a 10 seconds worth of free hold handstand. If you can do that, you get 2 attempts each round, so you're going to kick up, try hold for at least 10 seconds. If you hold for 5 seconds, kick up again, hold for another 5. If you kick up and only get 2 3-second attempts, that's fine. If you can't kick up and hold anything at all, okay, because we're going to have essentially 10 attempts here, then feel free to use a wall, but I don't want you to lean against the wall. Let's say this is me. I'm not going to kick up and lean against the wall and just stay there. I'm going to get as close as I can, so when I kick up, I'm almost falling back away from the wall. What you can do is use, can't help myself, got to sweep, is you can use your fingers, okay, in the handstand shape we talked about earlier. So remember, the handstand shape is going to be like this with the fingers like that. So you can see I'm trying to pull my fingers in and I'm pushing into the ground really hard through my fingertips. And we can use that shape to practice free hold handstand. The wall is there just so if we can't kick up. Another tip. If you go 2 straight legs, it makes it harder. If you go 1 leg bent, 1 leg straight, it's a little bit easier. Sometimes also you can go into a straddle shape. So you kick out really wide, for example, like here. That makes it a bit easier as well, depending on where you're at. But 5 minutes, we're just going to do 2 attempts per minute. If you get 1 10-second hold, excellent. Just be very careful of your surroundings. There's going to be a lot going on. Let's see how we go. I like to just put my hands on the ground and kick up. I don't like to walk into it, simply because it's going to be closer to real handstand work. So you can see I've got 1 bent, 1 straight. Makes life a lot easier. Cool. So that was 8 seconds. I'll do another quick one. And if you look at my feet, or my hands, sorry, which essentially are feet in a handstand, they are moving a lot. Okay, so I'm trying to push, and just like balancing, you'll overshoot and you push yourself back and whatever, but just takes practice. 5 sets. Again. Screw that up. That's 1 attempt. 2 attempts. Maybe I'll go a third one, that first one. Not a good minute. That's okay. Need more rest. Excuse the talking so much. Excuse the background. I'm sort of getting there, but my setup getting there. Bit tardy, bit untidy over there. But just go as you need to, I guess. Okay, set 3. See if I can get all 10 seconds. If you're against the wall, try and do a little bit more than 10. Simply because you know the balance is high. But see that. Screw it up. Make up for the last minute there. So again, if you're watching and you're not feeling like you can get there, really watch the hands. You can see they go absolutely crazy. In fact, on the last one, I'll put the webcam literally on my hands and you'll see, hopefully, if I make a good handstand. But you'll see that it goes a bit they're not just hanging out there, they're doing most of the work. And obviously you can lock out everything else. Seconds. Let's try. Yeah. Oh no. Definitely out of conditioning. Again, I'll rest till the next minute. So final set, I'll put this here.
10 seconds.
And then you can sort of see what my hands are doing and how non-passive they are. So hands go down, I make that grip on the ground. Try again. Really still on my webcam. But that was a pretty good one. So you could see how crazy the hands go in that position. So yeah, that's how handstands. Looks like we might be back on Wednesday anyway, but you know, I've got it here for next time.